Welcome back to Born Nasty. I'm Elliot.
I'm Mark.
Hey, Mark, do you want to explain why it's been so long since
Oh, right.
our
We
last episode?
we already discussed this episode about 3 months ago, 2 months ago maybe, and my recording program didn't record one syllable of what we spoke about, and it just went. We went, fuck it. You
Just want to
know,
we should let everybody know it was definitely, easily the best episode. There will never be a better episode than
I
that
know,
one.
I know. You guys have missed out. There was, there were fireworks and explosions, and I'm pretty sure wild animals actually ended up running into my room.
Yeah, Mark
Uh,
actually got murdered in that episode.
I did, and I've magically been brought back to life via, black magic.
The magic of the internet.
Yes, yes, yes. I was going to say from now on, this will probably be a monthly podcast, due to other projects and that are going on. Obviously, we have work, etc. And plus, it was kind of stressful to have it edited and out there in a week and watch our movie. I found that quite hard. So
Yeah,
monthly suits me a little bit better.
it's
Especially you.
surprising. Yeah, it's surprising how difficult it can be to find the time that you need.
It really is. It really is. Especially you've got a family and stuff, so
Yeah.
it goes without saying.
Yeah. Well, so I was gonna ask, why don't you go ahead and tell us everything you've watched in the last 3 months?
I've not watched that one. We should first say this episode we are discussing the Evil Dead.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it. We'll discuss that. I'll say some of the things I've watched, and right. The first one I remember watching was Behind the Mask.
Yeah, that was a big
the
take off
Rising,
for you.
the Rise of Leslie Vernon, which is it's like a documentary about. It's not a real documentary. It's one of these fake documentaries about. It's set in the same universe as Freddy and Jason movies. Set in the same universe, they exist, and this guy Leslie Vernon wants to be the new Jason. Pretty much, he's a serial killer, and he wants. He allows a film crew to film him about to commit his next series of murders. And
Yeah.
I went into this expecting, a decent thriller, eh? What I found was one of the funniest, cleverest films I'd seen in ages. I absolutely adored it.
Yeah, it's very clever.
Not a dull moment in it.
It's very clever, and Robert Englund makes a cameo.
It's yeah, he's good at that. He's always amusing. I always like him.
I love the scene. I love the scene with Leslie Vernon talking to his dad
Yeah.
or his parents.
Yeah. And I like the one where the crew are in the diner, and then Robert Englund comes up to him and he starts saying, "I know what you're up to." I'm like, why is this guy watching us?
So that's a good one to knock off your list.
Yeah, do you know what? It's that the main actor, the guy that plays Leslie Vernon. I'd never seen him in anything else before. He's very good, and he's really charismatic. You can understand this film crew liking this guy.
Yeah, he wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, even though he's a crackpot, it was very amusing.
I knocked a bunch of things off my list. I watched both Waxwork movies, both the first two Prom Night movies.
Mm-hmm. I prefer Prom Night 2 personally.
I mean, out of those 4 movies, Prom Night 2 is better than the other 3.
Was it? Yeah, Prom Night 2.
I wasn't really a big fan of the Waxwork films.
Is that Lucio? No, I think Lucio Fulci was meant to direct it, but he died before it went into production, I think.
Oh hell, I don't know. They're goofy '90s movies.
I've never seen them.
And Zach Galligan's in them, and they're.
I was wondering what happened to him. I just assumed he was only in Gremlins.
He was in Gremlins and then the Waxwork movies.
Yeah,
I think that's about.
Yeah. In fact,
Waxwork.
Sorry,
Huh?
sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. I was going to say there was a Comic Con. I think it's in Edinburgh or Glasgow, and he was one of the people that apparently appeared there was Zach Galligan. So it shows you where his career's at. When he's got to
Oh yeah,
he's not at San Diego
San
or any of the
Diego.
big
Yeah,
ones. He's at fucking Edinburgh.
that's okay. I mean, they do. They tour. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I was in that position, honestly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
No.
no. Speaking of Evil Dead, Waxwork 2 has Bruce Campbell in it.
Oh, awesome. He's
Boring
always
movie though.
enjoyable
I
to
just
watch.
really didn't like the movie. I don't.
No,
They're more. They feel like little adventure movies. I don't know.
he's always enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, and then I've been watching a lot of. Been catching up on some women in prison films.
Well, I
Uh,
remember a few
stuff like stuff like that.
a few podcasts ago I told you I watched Black Mama White Mama, which is
Oh
the
yeah,
Pam Grier one. I think it's one of the many Jack Hill movies and blaxploitation movies. It's a really amusing movie. I really like it. It's kind of like the Defiant ones, except the lesbianism, nudity. Yeah, yeah, I know how blaxploitation works.
yeah, yeah.
But it's
Well,
really good.
any other big ones for you?
I watched one called Lake Mungo.
I've heard of it.
Have you heard this? It's done like a documentary, like one of these crime documentaries about a teenager that drowns while it's an Australian movie to this Lake Mungo. She ended up drowning, and then as they discuss her life in that, they realise that she had this past, and it's really good. And there's one scene on it, right? There's people listening will know what I'm talking about. There's one scene in it, and I was watching it, and I didn't know anything about the movie. I'm not kidding. I shat myself. I've never jumped like this in my life. I was like, do you know what? It's really well done. It's not a jumpy movie. It's not that kind of movie. It's got like supernatural tones and that, but it's not a jump scare movie. But this is
Uh-huh.
one of the. I really enjoyed it. I can imagine a lot of people not enjoying it because it's quite slow, as documentaries often are. It's a really slow movie, but I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out. Well, I watched a bunch of schlocky bull crap, and you can, if anyone's interested in that, you can go to thebasementonahill.com and check out all my reviews of that stuff.
Yes.
Um,
The
I won't
link will
get
be in the
into.
description.
Yeah, thank you. I won't get into all of the details for all that. There's just too much. There's too much to talk about. So
That's no problem. You don't mind me mentioning some of the other movies I watched?
yeah, go for it.
Well, those are two good movies I watched. I've also watched a few pretty bad movies. One of them was Knock Knock, the
Oh Jesus.
Eli Roth movie. Now, I missed the credits to this movie, so I didn't know it was directed by him until it finished. I was like, oh my god, this film's insufferable. It's absolutely insufferable. Keanu Reeves, who's not exactly Lawrence Olivier, this is probably his worst performance ever.
Yeah.
It's just from the very first scene, it hits you over the head with all this cheese.
Yes.
Cheese. It's like, have you seen Commando, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? You
Uh-huh.
get that. There's the scene at the start where he's, with his daughter, and they're eating ice cream, and it's really really cheesy. It's a great film. I think it's a great movie, but it's just a really cheesy scene. This multiplies the cheesiness of that scene in Commando by like 20. It just whacks you over the head with this, oh, it's Father's Day! And, oh,
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind cheesiness, but God, like I'm cringing so hard.
Yeah, it was cringy. And the whole movie's cringy. The dialogue in this movie just made me go, oh no, oh no. And that's Eli Roth's problem, is he can't write for shit. I see interviews with him, and I think he seems like he's such a nice guy when you see interviews with him, and the passion for movies is there. He's really passionate, and I like that about him. But he can't make movies. He can't write movies. I mean, I'm passionate about movies. Doesn't mean I can make a movie.
I think he could use some assistance. He
Yeah.
helped produce on this movie, and he acted in it, called Aftershock.
Mhm.
And if you haven't seen that, check it out. It kind of gives you an idea of what it's like when he's collaborating with somebody, as opposed to steering his own ship.
Yeah.
And maybe you won't like it, but I think it's worth a watch.
I'll check it out. Aftershock.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, so he's at a party with some friends, and then there's and he's in another country, and then there's an earthquake, and it's weird because it's a disaster movie, but it's more of a horror movie than anything. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Oh, kind of like Cloverfield.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll check that out. I also watched Ghoulies.
Oh yeah.
Which is there's a lot of hatred for it. A lot of people hate it. And
I didn't know that.
Like it. And I like it. It's got a charm to it. I think maybe a lot of people don't like it because the ghoulies aren't the main attraction. It's all about the guy inheriting the house, and how he gets into black magic, and I really like it. I do.
It's a film about a crazy sorcerer guy.
Yeah, yeah.
There happen to be little creatures in it also.
Yeah. But they're far from the main attraction, and
they are in the second one.
I've never seen the second one.
That's a lot of people prefer the second one just because there's a lot more ghouly action.
Yeah. Well, I can maybe understand that, but I like it for what it is. I think it's a well-made movie. I really like it. It's got a charm to it that I really like, and I can watch it over and over again. I don't know. I just really like it.
It's got that '90s pizza flair.
Yeah.
The fucking. It has some terrible characters though.
Oh yeah. As most of these movies did. It's got these assholes in it, which was kind of the '80s.
The drugged out guy and
they were quite funny. I quite like them. And it ends for him in the back of the car. You see the ghoulies on the back. I quite like those guys. They're quite funny. They're like they reminded me of somebody, or they reminded me of characters from another movie. Can't quite remember. Yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it. Talking of bad characters in movies, Knock Knock. Again, as Eli Roth had to put in his douchey characters, But I'm digressing. So.
I mean, the movie basically only has 3 characters.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Have you seen Death Game?
No, I haven't seen Death Game.
No. Well, Death Game is what Knock Knock is a remake of, and it's pretty much the same movie with it's a little bit creepier. Sandra Locke's in it, and she's got a creepiness to her in it, and it's got a much more satisfying ending with them. If you don't mind me spoiling it, when they eventually escape, they get hit by a bus, and then the credits roll. I don't know whether that's meant to be funny, but I laugh out loud at that. So
it's such a trope too now.
Well, this is the '70s, so I get away with it, I think.
Yeah. Knock Knock. I found it to be very tense, but I didn't care about Keanu Reeves. I was just kind of like, yeah, fuck his life up. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I don't care about him. He's terrible.
He is. He's really bad in this film.
Anyway.
I mean, words can't describe. I was like, seriously? Can he get worse? And he's been in some bad movies, but I mean, this is the lowest.
The only reason he has any credibility these days is because of the John Wick films people like.
Yeah, okay, I'll give him that. I thought John Wick was really good, and he kind of surprised me with that. I was like, oh, he's actually really good in this film.
I see that with a lot of actors where people are like, this guy's amazing, and I'm like, you're talking about his performance in one movie. Have you seen all these other movies?
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to think of a good example of that right now.
I can think of one.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, no, but he's been in multiple good films. See,
yeah, but that's only because his career is 40 years old.
Yeah, true. See, I would use maybe it's not so much his performance that's good, but I like the film is Under Siege with Steven Seagal. It's like, I'm not by any means a Steven Seagal fellow, but Under Siege is a really good movie.
Yeah, but he's not widely considered to be a good actor, though.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
He's widely considered actually to be a bad actor, but I really like Under Siege as a movie. And I think Tommy Lee Jones is a good bad guy.
He is. He kind of always plays the same guy.
Yeah, he does.
Grumpy,
Yeah.
grumpy man.
Yeah. He really does, doesn't he?
All right. Have you collected anything you want to
Yeah.
discuss or?
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't show you my haul I got the other day, so here we go. Well, I showed you this one. It was a Black Christmas, which is kind of weird because I bought this and then like 2 weeks later, Marco Kidder died.
Yeah, man, you gotta stop
So,
buying stuff, killing
I
people.
know. It's kids a day. This one is Umberto Lenzi's Spasmo, which is
Never, I've never seen
I
that one, but I've
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 not,
heard
but
of
I
it.
had to buy it with a title like that. I could not buy it. Spasmo.
And the cover art on it is very I recognize it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously the listeners can't see it, but
No, but there's a screaming pectoral.
yeah, yeah. It's just got a. I think it's a guy's chest with mouth screaming. Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Mark, you have seen boobs before, right?
I have to be, but it could be a guy's pecs.
It
It's hard to
is.
say. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell whether it's like that or like a flat-chested woman.
Okay.
You know. Philadelphia. Good movie. This one I bought just out of curiosity because I've been told it's terrible, and it's Silent Hill Revelation.
Okay.
I've been told it's terrible, so I thought, nah. I don't know why I do this to myself. Why do I buy bad movies? Guess it's just I find that entertaining. Oh, I should have mentioned. I also watched Repo the Genetic Opera, which
Why?
I hate it. I hate it. It's
You
terrible.
should. It's fucking awful.
It is.
I don't know. I
I don't
cannot
get-
figure out why that movie has a fan base. I can't figure it out.
I don't. The only reason I can think of is because it's maybe gory, because the music's shit, the acting's shit. It's just the music. The whole purpose of a musical is to have memorable songs. This
There's
doesn't
not.
have memorable songs.
No.
It doesn't have memorable.
And I think it's just mostly popular with college kids who are
Yeah.
discovering different movies for the first time,
Yeah,
and
could be.
they're wooed by the colors and stuff. But like even the backgrounds are all flat,
It's
and
just boring. It's boring. It's
It
I
is.
hate it. I ranted about it on a website the other day, and I just said, do you know what? I hate it. I really think it's a terrible film. It's got this massive fan base. It's like you can't really say this is anything like Rocky Horror or
no.
even Shock Treatment's a better movie. This one is Bronson, which is
Oh
about
yeah, that's a good one.
It's not about Charles Bronson the actor. It's about Charles Bronson the killer, the British killer. Yeah, I might watch that.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it. My
Oh,
sister
it's
says
great.
it's excellent. My sister says it's excellent, so I'll give it a go. Yeah, because I think Charles Bronson's real name is I think it's Charles Bukinski or Buchinsky or something. I think he's from Peru or something. Seven Psychopaths, which is
I love that movie.
Is it good? Well, I bought it after watching In Bruges with my
Oh,
sister
yeah.
the other day, and In Bruges is quite entertaining, so I thought I'll give
Bruges
that
is
a
a
go.
perfect film, and Seven Psychopaths is a little bit goofier, a little
Yeah.
bit more meta, but very, very good.
Yeah, In Bruges is excellent. Uncle Buck. Who doesn't like Uncle Buck? It's fantastic. I got the Predator trilogy. Now, what surprised me about that is that it's a trilogy. I didn't know there was a third one.
Well, what is
Yeah,
the
there's-
third one? Is it just
Yeah.
Predators
It's just called Predators, yeah. I've never heard
Okay.
of this movie.
with Adrian Brody?
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah,
Topher
that's a
Grace
good
is
one.
in
That's from like 20. That's Robert Rodriguez. It's from like 2012.
it. And Lawrence Fishburne's got Walton Goggins. I like him. I'll probably check that out. I got House. That's the movie House with George Wendt. Norm from Cheers.
That was House 2.
Yeah, no, that's House. You spoiled the next one. Yeah, the next one's House 2. Spoiler alert. Yeah, this was from an HMV sale. It was £5 for 30. I got Deranged. Confessions of a Necrophile. I don't know if I quite want to watch this one.
Is that on the video nasty list?
No, it's not.
I'm very familiar with the title.
There's a Demented. There's a Demented on the Section 3 list, but
Okay.
I've never heard of Deranged. But I thought, hey, I love Hammer horror movies. So this one, I've not actually seen it, is Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I love Hammer films, so I'm gonna enjoy this one. Did you know that when Robert Louis Stevenson wrote Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, he intended it for it to be pronounced Jekyll? No, because it's meant to rhyme with hide and seek. So, you know, hide and seek, But I can never pronounce it Jekyll, it says Jekyll.
Jekyll?
Jekyll and Hyde apparently, yeah, that sounds terrible. Yeah. Now this is a favourite of mine. Have you seen The Stuff?
The Stuff.
I think we've mentioned that before in the podcast.
That movie also has a lot of hate, I found.
Does it? I love it.
I love it too.
I really like it, yeah. It's really funny, yeah. And it's got the dude from Troll. The dude from Troll's in it. Was it Troll 2? No, it's Troll. I think it's Troll 1. Yeah, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter,
Harry
yeah.
Potter. He's Harry Potter. And he's in Law and Order. He was in Law and Order for a while. And this next one I've mentioned on our podcast. This is the last one. This is one of my favourite sequels of all time. Psycho 2. I love it. It's so underrated. I love the original Psycho. I'm not saying it's better than the original Psycho. I'm just saying
you enjoy it more.
I don't know. As far as sequels go, it's proof that you do get good sequels. Because I think it's excellent.
I own Psycho 2. I haven't watched it though.
No, it's a good one. I really enjoy it. And Anthony Perkins, I think, is a really good actor. But you just have to watch Psycho 1 and you find that he's such a good actor. You don't know why he wasn't more well known or cast more, because I think he was excellent.
Yeah. I got some pretty notable stuff. I got the Killer Clowns from Outer Space Blu-ray that Arrow put out in the U.S. recently, and it is a perfect Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Just
so funny.
Hours and hours of features, and the movie looks perfect, better than it has any right looking.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's one of my favorite. Did you know that apparently they're making a sequel?
I've heard that for years. I think it was supposed to be a TV series too. I don't know what's actually happening with it.
Why can't they just leave stuff alone?
Yeah.
But who knows? It could be good. It could be.
I don't mind. I mean, I'm worth checking out. It's not going to ruin the original for me. So.
No. Do you know that's the way I see it? You know when people go on about remakes and that's like, but you still have the original.
Yeah.
It doesn't take anything away from the original.
And if anything, it'll bring attention to the original so people can check that out.
Yeah.
I finally obtained a copy of The Devil Rides Out. It's a Blu-ray from Studio Canal.
I'm a big Hammer movie fan.
Oh my god, that's my favorite. And
fantastic.
They doesn't have a release in the U.S. So
yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. I'm gonna have to get that myself.
Yeah, I got one from your neck of the woods. And I got some Severin titles, which I don't think you guys get Severin.
I don't think we have. I keep hearing of it, but I don't think we get Severin, no.
I got Eaten Alive. Not the Toby Hooper one, but
the cannibal movie.
Umberto Lenzi one, yep.
Yeah.
Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals and Violence in a Women's Prison. Those are probably the best ones. I've also gotten a bunch of stuff from Horror Pack, which I haven't watched any of it yet.
Yeah, you've mentioned Horror Pack before.
Yeah, and if anybody's interested, I can give you a discount code. It'll benefit me as well. But
that's good.
This last one wasn't good in my opinion, but a lot of people liked it. It had Resolution, Stonehurst Asylum, The Black Dahlia Haunting, and one other one. What the fuck was it? Oh, Last House on the Left, the Wes Craven one. Which I already owned because,
Who's not seen that? Yeah.
Right. But so far though, out of the 3 packs I've gotten, I've only gotten 2 doubles.
Yeah, it's alright.
When it averages out to $6 a Blu-ray, it's not too bad.
Nah, can't complain there, though. And I just want to share a little anecdote.
Yeah.
I'll be quick. Last month there, I subscribed to a 7-day free trial to Shudder, which is an app for those who don't know, which is an app that specialises in thrillers and horror movies, etc. And after my
Films that make you shudder.
yeah, it goes like saying kind of yeah. And after the 7 day was up, I was still kind of interested. I emailed the guys. Right, I said, do you know what? I have to cancel the subscription because, well, I didn't have the money at the time. I thought, do you know, and I will resume it at the beginning of June or the end of May, and they pretty much shut themselves and they said, don't leave us, don't leave us. We'll give you 60% off the annual subscription. I'm like, that wasn't my intention, but it wasn't my intention at all. But sure, I'll gladly accept your 60% off. So yeah.
So you had to pay all at once, though, right, for the annual?
Yeah. But I don't have to pay it again, so
Yeah.
it's like £30 for the year, so it's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all, and
That's
you
not
know
bad.
you will get use out of it. I
I
promise
definitely
you that.
will. Yeah, I definitely
You fill in a
will.
lot of your giallo gaps.
Oh yeah, and I already watched what was it called? Lost Soul, the Richard Stanley.
Doc,
Yeah, which is
about
I recommend that to
the
anyone.
island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, I recommend it to anyone because the stories you hear in this movie are fucking insane.
They're hilarious and crazy.
They really are. Marlon Brando just went off his head, didn't he? He just lost his shit.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer was a dick, and Marlon Brando was a dick.
I think everybody knows that Val Kilmer's a dick.
Just hearing the levels, though, you know.
Yeah. one of my favourite parts is the one about Marlon Brando refused to come out of his trailer until Val Kilmer came out of his, and then Val Kilmer refused to come out of his until Marlon Brando did. I'm like, oh my god.
Fucking stupid cock measuring. And what had Val Kilmer done up to that point? Just Top Gun?
Top Gun, Batman.
Oh.
I don't know many films Val Kilmer's in. True Romance, he's got a little part in that.
Yeah.
He's not. They make him out like he's this big shot actor, but I struggle to think of what films he's in. I really do.
He was in a good deal when he was younger, I think.
He was in Heat.
Yeah. So a couple really big things.
Yeah.
But he wasn't Marlon Brando.
Nah. He was practically the biggest actor on the planet, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where I first watched a lot of like the New York Ripper and oh fuck, what's the other one?
Don't touch the knuckle.
No, it wasn't that one. It was some other weird ass Fulci one.
Manhattan Baby.
It wasn't that one either. Anyway, not important, but yeah, I get a lot of use out of Shudder. But
yeah.
Should we get to talking about The Evil Dead?
We should. I'll play the trailer first.
I have seen the dark shadows moving in the woods, and I have no doubt that whatever I have resurrected through this book is sure to come calling for me. I know now that my wife has become host to a Kandarian demon. I fear that the only way to stop those possessed by the spirits of the book is through the act of bodily dismemberment.
We're gonna get you, not another peep. Time to go to sleep. Useless, and time will come for him, and then it will come for you.
You know, I've never seen that trailer before.
Nah, neither have I. I just found it online. Yeah, that's quite insane. It even sounds insane, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was just looking up. It says that the voice of the professor on that tape recording is that of American movie classics host Bob Dorian.
Okay.
Are you aware of
Nope.
him? Do you know who? Nah. I wasn't sure if that was somebody you knew or not.
Nope. No idea.
Nah. Fun fact, people.
So, The Evil Dead is the prime cabin in the woods movie, and
It's the one that started it all.
and it is a perfect movie in my opinion. One of the most notable horror films of all time now.
Oh yeah. Everybody knows it. As soon as you say The Evil Dead, everybody knows what you mean. There's been 2 sequels. There's been a remake of sorts.
There's that TV show.
TV series, yeah. Yeah, everybody knows. There's been video games. Did you ever play that? Hail to the King?
No, I didn't.
It's terrible.
Okay.
It's got Bruce Campbell's voice and everything in it. And it could have been good, but it plays like shit. It's really hard to... Oh, it's really hard to play. It's not bad because it's hard, it's bad because you can't control it. Did you ever play a game years ago called Alone in the Dark, Jack is Back?
No.
Oh, I think it's known where you are as One-Eyed Jack's Revenge.
No.
Same kind of controls. Shitty controls. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so we'll give a quick summary. Very, very quick, because everybody knows what this is about. Pretty much, a group of teenagers go to a cabin in the woods. They read the Latin backwards. Play the tape recorder, and demons possess them, and
They cut each other up.
yeah, they cut each other up. Yeah, that's it. That's the movie. the plot is very thin. It's that thin, because usually when we do in the past when we've done these, we've discussed the whole plot of the movie throughout the whole episode. There's no need for that here because everybody knows what it's about. That's it. That's the plot. So they're just here with just like maybe interesting anecdotes and little facts and that.
And opinions.
Like yeah, and opinions, of course, yeah. And yeah, well that's pretty much the gist of the series, isn't it? Is to give our opinions on it. And we'll start with the fact that originally in the script, when they're playing the tape and reading the book, they were originally maybe smoking weed. So they done it for real. They smoked weed for real, but became uncontrollable. So they cut it out and they decided just to do it as normal. But it's things like that, you know. I thought, do you know, that's really funny.
That is funny. Well, apparently they it wasn't the most ideal filming conditions, so they were probably like living it up if they could.
Yeah, they were freezing, and it says the cabin was in Tennessee. Is Tennessee a cold place?
No, but
no,
you know,
maybe just because beside the water.
Depends on the time of year, you know.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, it's like that way anywhere, really. Yeah, you could tell when you watch it. You could tell that some of the stuff being done is painful. You know, it doesn't look like a very comfortable film. Like the infamous tree rape. You know, you could tell that stuff. You could tell that actor is probably suffering a little bit. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do you think the tree rape is the main reason it's on the video nasty list?
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, they didn't like sexual violence. They didn't like sexual violence. They didn't like violence. Full stop. But sexual violence was a big problem. So, and it kind of still is a problem with the BBFC nowadays. There also have to be in context, and there's got to be you know, you know the story.
Yeah.
There's always got to be, you know, if there is rape scenes, they've got to have either context or they've got to have negative connotations.
It's got to be a revenge.
As if you need to be told rape is bad.
Right.
You know, as if people need to be told that. You know.
Yeah, but
Remember,
if it's out of left field, like in Evil Dead, like I understand, as opposed to like if it's a revenge film, then you know they're probably not going to censor that.
Well, put it this way: you can't compare the rape scene in this, even though it's by a tree. You know, it's by an actual root of a tree. You can't compare that to like.
It's 45.
I spit on your grave. Yeah, I spit on your grave. You can't. Because it's a completely different thing, you know.
Yeah.
I can't see people being upset by the scene. I can see making people uncomfortable, and it is kind of an uncomfortable scene. I've got to say, it's quite a. I mean, for a film that's got, it's humor is jet black, isn't it? It's really really dark humor.
Yeah.
Where, as I'm told, I've not seen the sequels, but I'm told that sequels are more. The humour is more in your face. It's more obvious. Whereas the humour in this, isn't that obvious.
And in the second one, it's obvious. I'm surprised you haven't seen that. You got to see it. The
I
second
know,
one
I
is
know,
obvious, and then in Army of Darkness, it is just over the top goofy.
Yeah.
So I'm really not that much of a fan of Army of Darkness. There's things I like about it. But...
I hear people loving it. I hear people loving it, and obviously I hear people hating it. I can't say, but the only thing is, I wish they'd stuck with the original title of the third
Medieval
one,
Dead.
which was the Medieval Dead.
So much better.
Which I love. It's such a good title, you know. It's a really good pun, because he does go back in time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So why didn't they just keep it the Medieval Dead?
I have no clue.
Yeah, it's like, do you know what the original title for this was?
No.
Book of the Dead.
Oh.
But the producer wanted it changed because he thought that viewers would be turned off seeing a film with a literary reference.
Book of the Dead is it's a little too generic.
Yeah. The Evil Dead's a little bit better, isn't it? I love the effects in this film. There's just it's batshit insane. It takes. Do you know what the thing with this film is? It takes a while to get going. If anybody watching this today, you know, a lot of your your kind of ADD kids nowadays would find it hard to get into because it does take a while to actually get going. You know?
It does, yeah.
That's never a problem with me. You know, I've watched plenty of soul movies, so it doesn't bother me one bit. But it does take a while for the action to get going, so I can imagine that kind of.
But the fact is, like, once everything starts happening, like, it doesn't really stop.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop for a second.
It makes it so much more powerful when it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the effects are amazing, and this is actually.
Yeah, I love the effects.
I wanted to mention that it's the first horror movie I ever saw. Not the first one I remember seeing. The first one I remember seeing is The Night of the Living Dead. But Evil Dead, there are pictures of me like sitting in a little Halloween pumpkin bucket in a little tiny tuxedo watching Evil Dead on the TV when I'm like a baby. So I consider it the first one I ever, and I was invested, you know, I was watching it. So I consider it like the first movie I ever saw. It's probably why I'm really fucked up.
Well, do you know what? To be honest with you, now this is the part where I'm lame as hell because I didn't really start getting into horror movies till I was a teenager. I was honestly about 14 before I really started watching horror movies, And before I really, I mean, I always watched movies, but I really got into movies when I was about 14, and yeah. So from then, I just kind of, you know, caught up.
Yeah, so you've had half your life to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. To catch up, yeah. Which is why I watch movies from way back. You know, I watch silent movies. I watch movies from the 20s, 30s, 40s. I watch movies from any decade. That doesn't bother me. Yeah. I hear so many people nowadays only watching the modern blockbusters and that. That kind of annoys me because there's so much you're missing. Not only from other decades, but you're missing stuff from other countries and that. You know, which is why I like checking out foreign horror movies and that as well.
Yeah.
Not even horror movies, just movies in general.
That's a big one, is the foreign stuff, because a lot of people don't like to read, you know.
Stuff that's never bothered me. In fact, I find now that when I'm watching like a foreign movie, you don't even notice the subtitles. I don't. You know, once you're into it, you don't notice that part.
Excuse me. You do for maybe the first scene, and then you're into it already.
Yeah. If I invest it enough, then yeah.
I find that the Asian countries make the best horror. Like, they come up with the most original ideas, and then we steal them.
Good Korean ones and that. Yeah. Have you seen one of my favourites? I saw about 10 years ago. No, maybe not as well ago as that. Have you seen I Saw the Devil?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, what a movie! It's like 2.5 hours long. You think, oh, that's a long
super
movie.
long.
See, once you start watching it, but it doesn't feel like it. It just rushes in, and it is brutally violent. It is. It's a shocking movie, but damn is it good.
I
It's just the ultimate thrill ride.
I bought it, but I've only watched it once, just because it's so long. Like,
So
how do
have I.
you set aside
So
the
have I.
time for it? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I've only watched it once as well, but I remember it just being this roller coaster of a ride.
I need to check it out again. I need to revisit.
I loved it. Yeah, so will I. Did you notice that in one of the scenes when they go down the basement, that there's a ripped poster of the Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
Did you see
Yep.
that? Yeah. Apparently that was because I think it was in the Hills Have Eyes. There's a ripped poster of Jaws, and apparently that was Wes Craven's way of saying that the Hills Have Eyes was scarier than Jaws.
Yeah.
So apparently Sam Raimi, the director of The Evil Dead, and Wes Craven had this thing where they put ripped posters of each other's films as kind of a dig at each other. No, they're not in a malicious way. There's no malice in it. It's just as a kind of a cheap kind of little dig, like
Yeah.
you know.
And then in because in A Nightmare on Elm Street, they're watching
Yeah.
Evil Dead on the TV.
Yeah. So things like that. It's like a. I don't like things like that.
Little in jokes.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. I think one of the things that got this film popular in the first place was Stephen King. It's like when this film was advertised, it wasn't in that trailer there, but I think in one of the trailers there's a big advertisement for Stephen King says the Evil Dead is the most, now paraphrasing here, ferociously violent film of the year, something along those lines. And obviously, and in fact, I think it says Stephen King, author of Carrie, because I think Carrie was the only the only book he'd written at that time.
But it was huge, and he was able to make or break films just by saying something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and he still does that. He's always commenting on movies and that. He still does it today.
Yeah, he does. He used to have this article in Entertainment Weekly, this magazine over here, where he would review movies in it. He did that for years.
Said it not. Oh, the other day, my mum had recorded a Creep Show. It was late at night. I headed downstairs and my mum was watching Creep Show. She'd never seen it before, and it was the section with the meteors. No, with Stephen King.
Meteor shit. Yeah.
Yeah, meteor shit. Yeah, that's quite amusing. I like Creep Show a lot.
Geordie, God.
Yeah.
Geordie
It's
Verrill.
Yeah, it's a good one.
God, I haven't seen Creep Show in so long either. Fuck.
Yeah, I've never seen the second one. I've actually never seen the second one.
Oh, I have. I just don't remember when that was.
Yeah.
Anyway, digressing again.
Yeah. I was going to say, the scene at the start of this movie where peep at the truck and you've got the two hitchhikers are waving at them. One of them is a Sam Raimi, and I think the other one's a producer, Irvin, I forget his name. But Sam Raimi's one of the guys waving.
Ivan Raimi, his older brother?
No, that's Ted Raimi you're thinking of.
No, he's got two brothers, and Ivan...
Has he? Oh, maybe it's his other brother then.
Yeah.
That's my fault, sorry.
Nobody knows about the other one.
Yeah. No, maybe that's it. This is... Am I wrong in saying that this is the first Sam Raimi movie? I know he made a short movie that was based on this, or that this is based on.
Yeah, I don't really consider shorts to be movies myself.
No, neither do I.
They're practice.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so either. Yeah, apparently Joe Coen, is he the producer or the director?
Of what?
No, the Coen brothers.
Oh,
The Coen brothers.
Well,
I don't know which one's right. One produces, one directs usually.
They only, that's just on paper. They both do everything. It's just on...
Do they? All right.
Yeah, it's just on paper.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Apparently, he was like an assistant editor on the film.
It's impressive.
Yeah, and yeah, I think quite a few people actually got their start in this film. One of my facts I like about this is when this has to be censored in Finland. One of the person apparently this is just, I don't know if there's any fact to this. This is just something I read that the person that edited some of the violence in it was Rennie Harlin, the guy that directed Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger,
Okay.
Deep Blue Sea, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I think he done Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And he done one of the prequels, one of the Omen prequels. No, not Omen. The Exorcist. He done one of the Exorcist prequels.
It has prequels.
Yeah. What, you know the way they done the Exorcist Oblivion, is it? Dominion. There's Exorcist Dominion and Exorcist The Beginning, I think.
Oh.
He directed one of them. And yeah, he's directed quite a few movies. He's not the best of directors by any means, but yeah. So he obviously started out as an editor. He edited the finished version of The Evil Dead.
Fascinating.
Yeah, just a lot
I'll
of fun
probably
fact.
never watch the finished version, so we're okay.
No, we won't. We won't. Another thing, this is so low budget. You know, it was pretty much
90,000.
I think it was at 90,000. Yeah, I think they had. Did they not have to sell their possessions and everything? Did he not
I don't know.
sell his house and things? I think they had. I think Sam Raimi put his house up for the collateral, in order to get money for it. And one of the facts I've got here says that The Evil Dead was made for an estimated $350,000. Actually, I thought it was less than that. I thought it was under 100.
I read it was 90.
Yeah, maybe it was 90. That's probably right. This is when Sam Raimi later made Spider-Man 3. It was filmed on $350 million budget, which is 1,000 times the cost of The Evil Dead.
Ridiculous.
Isn't that insane how, he goes from being this, 20-year-old guy, no money, selling his house, in order to get this film made, and then, 30 years later, he's one of the biggest directors in Hollywood, and he's making the film for 1,000 times the price
Yeah, good for him.
of his first movie.
And
That's quite amazing.
he hasn't really done a ton since.
He hasn't. The only thing he done
Drag Me to Hell.
I Drag Me to Hell. That's good. Quick and the Dead.
Didn't he do?
That's an
Did
old
he
one,
do
though.
something with? No, never mind. I was thinking of a TV show, but I was thinking of Eli Roth. I think
Yes, he's gonna get them two mixed up.
the not really, but the
No, that's not at all.
Hemlock Grove.
Oh yeah, that's Eli Roth.
So I was thinking that I was like, was it him that directed that first episode and then produced? But no, that was Eli Roth, I think.
I never watched that.
I didn't either.
No, I've heard things about it.
I watched the first episode and it
Um,
just seemed too dramatic.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Nah. I've heard pretty negative things about it. Yeah, I think this was one of the first video nasties on the list.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was one of the first ones. Yeah.
1980, correct,
because of
for
what-
Evil Dead?
1980, yeah.
Or was it
Yeah.
85?
And no. Well, the scandal started in 1982, I think. So.
Okay, so it was 80, and then Evil Dead 2 was
81.
87.
81. Sorry, it's 81.
Okay, 81.
Evil Dead was 81.
Evil
yeah.
Dead 2 was
It was
87.
81. Yeah.
Because that's the year I was
Yeah.
born, and I...
Yay, same here. Although to look at me, most people think I'm about 15. Sucks.
Yep. Well, you do. You are.
I'm a 50-year-old in a 30-year-old man's body. No, I'm a 30-year-old in a 50-year-old boy's body. Unfortunately.
13 going on 31.
yeah, true. I'm looking here on IMDb. This is actually the lowest rated of the three.
Yeah, I think it's probably... I'm trying to think if it's the least seen. I mean, because the other ones... I don't know. At least since my generation, a lot of people have seen 2 and 3, but haven't ever actually seen 1 because they're just told that 2 is a remake of 1, and so they don't bother with it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it. I'm the opposite. I've never seen the second one, so.
Do you have Evil Dead 2?
I think I can get it on Showbox.
Why don't you just watch it like today or tomorrow?
I might do. I might do that. I might actually do that. I will do that by the end of the week.
You will love it.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that sarcastically. No, I'm sure I will love it. That sounded really sarcastically. I said that. Yeah, I'm sure I'll love it. No, I genuinely mean it. I'm sure I'll really enjoy it.
First one is scarier. I mean, it's got
It is. Yeah,
the
there is some really genuinely creepy scenes in it.
fucking
Yeah.
demonic voices and stuff that carry on for
Yeah.
forever. Like, it's really unsettling.
That is really creepy. Yeah. It's got that dual voice, doesn't it? It's got like the dual voice,
Yeah,
the two voices at once.
multi-voice, and then like when
Yeah.
people get
And it is
stabbed
really
and like the
eerie.
black blood comes out and stuff, and it's just
Yeah. Yeah, it's genuinely creepy in places. You know, like "You're gonna get
Yeah.
you know, that is really creepy. There's some genuinely eerie scenes in this, and I think people always think of it as a comedy. I don't see this very much as a comedy. It definitely focuses more on the. It's extremely gory. I mean, you can't, stress how gory this film is enough. You know, it is extremely gory. Probably one of the reasons it also ended up on the.
Yeah, I
list.
suppose.
It is very, very violent. It is. But do you know what? Right, this film got the highest category over here. It got an 18, whereas the other two are only a 15.
Huh.
So I don't know whether the violence in the other two movies is kind of.
Probably just because of the rape.
Yeah, probably.
Which,
Um,
to me, I was gonna say this earlier, but that scene doesn't disturb me in the least because it's not. It's
No.
not a man raping a woman. It's just paranormal.
No,
it's a
no.
tree.
Yeah, it's like the entity.
It's
Like the
so
movie The Entity.
that to me isn't disturbing. Like
No.
is it unfortunate? Is it bad? Yeah, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make me uncomfortable.
No, it's.
Like watching Last House on the Left or something.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's disturbing. It's a little bit uncomfortable. It doesn't bother me by any means. But I can understand people being bothered by it. But it's there. What can you do? It doesn't in any means bother me.
It's not a Serbian
But I can
film.
see it. It's not a Serbian film. It's not this. It's not a Serbian film.
You've never watched that, right?
I have no plans to.
What?
I have no plans
No,
to.
don't. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have any
I'm
plans
pretty sure
to
you've
watch
been
it.
over this, but yeah, just don't.
Yeah. No.
Your life is better not seeing it.
Yes. I don't have any intention. There's some movies I don't intend to watch. That's one of them.
Have you read the entire Wikipedia plot synopsis for it?
I've watched videos on it, people discussing it
Okay,
and that.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this movie's ain't for me. It's not for me.
Anybody who enjoys that movie, you have to question them as a person.
Yeah, the models and stuff, yeah.
I watched one review.
I don't think it's a kind
I watched one review of somebody who watched it, knows this chick, and she was just kind of like, "Oh no, it wasn't really all that disturbing. It really wasn't. It didn't bother me." And I'm like, "Really? Because the dude rapes his own son. How does that not bother you?"
Oh, God. But do you know what? It's not that. I sometimes wonder whether people just say that just to make themselves seem,
Oh, absolutely.
hard. Making themselves seem tougher than they actually are.
I think a lot of them do.
Yeah. Whereas, either that or, yeah, you're probably a little bit disturbed, I remember watching a video by somebody a while ago, and they were talking about, you're aware of two guys, one pick or something? And apparently it's a real video of a guy stabbing a guy.
Oh,
to death
yeah.
with an ice pick. Yeah, and I remember seeing this video of this girl going, I watched the whole lot, I didn't even flinch, I'm desensitized to violence. I'm like, you're a little fucked up, aren't you?
Yeah. I've definitely seen lists of the most disturbing videos, and I've watched some of them, but yeah, when the people oh yeah, it doesn't faze me. I'm like, that guy you watched a man get his head cut off while he was still alive. Slowly, by a terrorist.
Yeah. See, I could never watch it. No, I don't watch shit like that. I like violent movies, but that's the key word. Movies.
Yes.
Movies aren't real.
Yes.
Big difference.
Yeah, nope.
Big difference.
I stumbled across a
When it
couple.
comes to real violence,
I
no.
stumbled across a couple of these videos at one point, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, like that. I was like, that's scary. That's real.
Yeah, no, I've no intention of watching stuff like that because that shit's real. I don't want to watch stuff like that. I watch movies to be entertained. Whether it's a horror movie to be, to.
I'd rather not watch somebody's life end.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, when you watch a movie, you see somebody die in a movie, it's a movie.
He gets up after
You
they
know,
say
you
cut,
know
and
it's
he
a movie.
smiles and he eats catering. And
Exactly. And that's the kind of thing my gran taught me when I was younger, you know. My gran taught me that. My gran never watched movies. She never watched movies, which she always told me when I was watching stuff. This is when I was a little kid. When you see stuff happening in movies, it's just a movie, you know. Like you say, they yell cut, that's it, over and done with. They move on to the next scene, they have coffee, they go home, they go to their trailer, whatever. It's a movie. Big difference from real life violence.
Yeah.
Same when it comes to, you know, video games. You know, you get these people saying video games cause real life violence. It doesn't cause real life violence because most people that play violent video games know it's just a game.
I saw
You play games to be entertained.
an article yesterday. The headline was that a lot of people are saying that pornography is causing school shootings, and I'm like, how?
Because you shoot your dick
The
off.
two could not be more different.
Well, one shoots bullets, and one shoots little white bullets. Little
Gross.
white splooges.
But anyway, it's just people love to blame things on other things.
Yeah. Well, it's like when Columbine happened. They blamed Marilyn Manson. They blamed violent music and violent movies. You know, they'll always find a scapegoat. Always.
And mass shootings. Well, what's the problem here? Well, get rid of the guns. Well, what else could we blame it on though? Like, well, how about the guns that are killing everybody? Well, maybe we should invest more into mental health support systems.
Exactly.
A process that will last 30 plus years. Or like, well, how about you just take care of the immediate problem first, while you wait for the other stuff to kick in.
It's like, do you know what? This is the last of the political stuff I'll mention. It's like they said, arm the teachers, right? See, when I was at school, right, I was an alright kid, like I was an alright people, but a lot of the people around me weren't. And I had a certain geography teacher that he was a little bit on edge.
Yeah.
And if they armed him, it wouldn't take very much for a kid to say the wrong thing before he pulled out his Glock and shot the guy, you know?
Oh yeah, and I've seen teachers lose their temper and like fight kids before.
Yeah, exactly. So can you imagine a teacher with a gun?
It's ridiculous.
What did you call me? Say what again?
And then
say one more goddamn time.
They actually, in some schools, have put buckets of rocks so they can throw them as a means of self-defense. If there's a school shooter or something, they could throw rocks at them.
Oh.
Like, what? No, kids are just going to get into more fights and throw rocks. That's all that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you know that when I was at school, when I was at school, the biggest thing I got in trouble for, do you want to know what the biggest thing I got in trouble for at school
What's that?
was? In high school? I threw an egg at somebody. I threw an egg at somebody and I got detention for it. And I was so afraid to tell my mum.
I think the worst thing I ever did was talk too much.
Yo, that's just me in a nutshell, mate.
I think that was
nutshell. That's just me all over.
I mean,
I talk too much.
I just couldn't stop flirting with girls.
I was like, Mark, pay attention. Stop talking. Stop daydreaming. And then there's one in, do you guys get HE?
Do we what?
Do you guys get HE in school?
What is?
Home economics.
Yeah.
It's like when you cook and stuff. Once when we had you get this, I think you just get it over there as well. You get a yearly report from all your teachers saying how good you've done and all the rest of it. And my mum always reminds me of the one I got from HE saying, Mark is a good pupil but must stop eating raw ingredients.
That's hilarious.
You know, when you're making a cake, you know, you sort of go,
Gross.
eat a little bit of cake mix. And now I have salmonella. So why is Mark always absent the day after he has HE? It's because he eats raw eggs.
Must stop eating raw ingredients. Well, what else could we say about Evil Dead? I mean, what is there even to say about it other than it's all awesome?
Yeah.
What do you think this movie has any problems? You,
Just like I said, it is a little slow to begin with. But that's not a big problem to me. But I can imagine it being a problem to other people. The acting isn't the best, but the acting doesn't bother me at all. But you know, it's an amateur film, so we can, you know,
Yeah.
I think they do a great job of
they
what
weren't
they had.
professional actors at that point.
No, I think they've done a great job of what they've done.
Absolutely. And you got to consider everything that movie is inspired.
Yeah, so like Brain Dead, you know. I love Brain Dead.
Holy shit, I just watched that again the other day.
I've not seen it in years.
I hadn't seen it in like 3 years or so, maybe more, and I decided, I was like, it's been too long. I need to watch it.
It's so much
And
fun.
over here it's called Dead Alive.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
Which I would always mix up the titles for Evil Dead and Dead Alive.
Yeah, yeah, see, that's another thing, yeah. Maybe that was the intention.
Well, it could have been, yeah. And, oh my god, it's so fucking good.
That's probably Peter Jackson's best film.
Probably. I think I might enjoy Bad Taste more just because it doesn't...
I've still not seen that!
Oh, Jesus.
I've still not seen that. I'm desperate to see it.
It just doesn't gross me out quite as much.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? That put me off custard for about a year. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't eat custard for quite a while after
Fucking
watching...
ear falls in the...
No.
What? No pudding?
So
oh, God.
I kick ass for the Lord!
Great film. One of my favorite lines in that. Your mother's eating my dog! And he goes, well, not all of it.
I like it when the two zombies start having sex. Was it the doctor or the nurse starts having sex with the priest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites. I've not seen it in years. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Just the longest fucking murder sequence. Like that massacre lasts like
The
half the
lawnmower.
movie. It's insane.
Yeah, the lawnmower. Yeah,
It is insane. The
That is
lawnmower is
insane.
like the peak of it, but it starts and it goes for fucking ever, and it's awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it again.
God,
It's just so entertaining.
so
It's
much happens that you
entertaining.
forget stuff. So when you watch it again, it's
That's
like
what I like.
watching it again for the first time almost.
Yeah, and that's why I like a movie that's entertaining like that. It's so entertaining. You get a thrill from it. You get a lot of laughs from it. You know.
Yeah, and a lot of the laughs are just because like the kills are outrageous, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. It's exactly why I liked Dead Snow.
Dead Snow's great.
Dead Snow's a lot of fun, and I love it for the same reason. I just get this thrill from watching it. You know, it's like this high you get from watching this movie. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just a little fact about the Evil Dead. This was on the Video Nasties list, right? And it was the highest video rental of 1981.
The highest.
Video rental of 1981. So I wonder if that was before it was banned, because something tells me it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes to show you. And also, when you see the point of view shot of the demon at the start, that's Bruce Campbell pushing Sam Raimi in a dinghy. Which I really like.
I'm very impressed with the camera zooming effects that they do.
Yeah.
Like it running through the
Do you know what
swamp and all that. You know what I'm talking
There's
about?
one shot in it. There's one shot in it I really like. It's got this kind of Resident Evil kind of shot to it. Is, you know when he reaches up to get the key on the cabin and it zooms up like above the cabin to show the door.
Yeah.
And his hand reaching it. I really like that shot. It's just got this kind of Resident Evil vibe to it, I think. No, like old school Resident Evil when they had the fixed camera.
Oh
angles.
yeah.
Yeah. I just kind of camera's just over the cabin, pointed down at the ledge where the key is, and you see his hand reaching up top to try and get the key. And I love that shot. I also like the part where you see the The what is that thing? Is that a swing? You know the swing at the start,
The porch swing.
and it keeps on moving. Yeah, is that just a porch swing? Yeah, and then as soon as he gets to the cabin, it stops.
Yeah, that's the part that they
I
showed
think-
in Donnie Darko when Donnie's in the theater.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
First couple times I watched that
Yeah.
movie, I couldn't tell what it was. It's a porch swing. I thought it was like a
Yeah,
gate.
porch swing, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And well, very briefly, just before we give our rating and all the rest, what did you think of the remake?
it's okay. It kind of bores me, to be honest.
Does it? I loved it. I think it's one of the best remakes out there. I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for.
No,
I think,
that's a pretty popular opinion. Most people are really
Do you think
yeah,
so?
most people
I really like it.
most people are really into it. I like it okay, but it just every time I've tried to watch it since the first time I've seen it, I've fallen asleep.
See, I used to think that people don't like it just because it's called Evil Dead. I think if you called it something else, that people would have probably appreciated it more.
Yeah, I think that they should do a sequel. I think they should keep it going.
Yeah, but they didn't have. I mean, I just appreciated the usual practical effects and that. I love that about it.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that too, because if they hadn't,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it would have kind of. Yeah, I wouldn't be showing appreciation for the original movie.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So, how would you rate this movie?
Evil Dead, 10 out of 10. I mean,
10 out of 10.
it's classic, and for good reason. To take any points away from it would just make me an idiot. Because what could it have improved on? Nothing really. And given the budget and the conditions and everything else, it's
Yeah, that is really, really impressive. Now, what I'm about to say is might seem like blasphemy, right? But hear me out. I would give this an 8 out of 10. I love it. I think it's a great movie. I say it's a little bit slow in the beginning. I love the effects. I love almost everything about this film, but just because it takes that little bit of time to get into it, I don't love it quite as much as most people do. But an 8 out of 10, I think it's a great movie. I'd recommend it to anybody that likes the movie.
Now, tell me this: what movies would you give a 10 out of 10 off the top of your head?
None really. I very seldom give a 10 out of 10. Because it implies perfection, and no movie is really perfect, you know.
I'm waiting for an answer.
Well, I can't say because one of them is on this list. One of them is on the Video Nasties list, so I can't actually.
Zombie,
Say. I refuse
The
to
Beyond.
Say. I ain't say nothing.
Well,
There probably are films out there that have thought about it. That I think, do you know what? Alright, comedy wise, Life of Brian.
sure.
I can't find anything wrong with it. Every time I watch it, side-splittingly funny. I love it. I love every single second
If
of
the
it.
jokes, for me in a comedy,
And it has me in
for me
tears.
in a comedy, if the jokes are funny the fourth time around, it's good.
Yeah, Life of Brian.
For me, with Evil Dead, it's like the rewatchability is there.
Yeah, oh yeah, but like I say, I've seen this about 7 times now.
Yeah.
And I never got bored of it. But I don't want people to think that because I give it an 8 out of 10, I think it's a bad movie. 8 out of 10 is a very high rating. I want people to know that. I've got nothing. The main reason I give it an 8 instead of like a 9 or a 10 is because I don't like it quite as much as most people do. But I do. I think it's a fantastic movie.
So then you're
I don't-
rating your rating
I
against
can't
other
stress
people's
that enough.
ratings.
I can't stress that enough.
You're rating your rating
I can't
against other
stress-
people's ratings. That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
You said the reason you don't like it as much as other people do, and then that's why you won't give
Yeah,
it the hype.
yeah. No, because it's got this big. It's got this big cult following, and I understand that.
You have a
But I do.
you have a hype problem.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But no, I think it does deserve the hype to a certain extent. And I do think it's a fantastic film. I've seen it 7 times. at least 7 times, and I'll watch it another 7 times throughout my life. You know, I recommend it to anybody.
Didn't you give like Killer Nun a 9 or something?
No, I give Killer Nun like a 6.
Oh, okay.
No, but I think I did give it. I think I gave Contamination an 8 because that's hilarious. that was because it was a well-made movie by any means. That's just because entertainment-wise, I probably do find it as entertaining as The Evil Dead.
You're ridiculous.
If that makes sense, you know. It's fucking hilarious, that film.
Do you have a bird?
I don't.
Is that just outside then?
We have loads of birds outside.
You're
Yeah.
hearing the fucking
Can you hear
tweeting.
that? Yeah. See, I've got earbuds in, so I can't hear. I can only hear you. Yeah, you hear them splashing about and everything. In fact, a couple of times I thought a wasp was going to fly in my window. No, that's just the birds splashing about in the bird bath.
That's your problem. You give them a place to bathe and
Yeah.
drink. All right. Well, that's the Evil Dead episode. What would you like to add?
Yeah.
You got any shout outs or thank yous or anything?
Not that I can think of. I just thank everybody that listens to this. Thank you for your patience. For obviously we have lives going on, and we're going to try and keep this as consistent as possible. And we will get to a certain rhythm and how often what upload is. We will. But please be patient, and look forward to the next episode. And we appreciate every single person that that listens. Subscribe to our channel, our Facebook page, which is Born Nasty. It's just Born Nasty Podcast, isn't it? It's facebook.com/Born Nasty Podcast. Feel free to message us. We'll respond. Leave a message in the comments if you have any, not recommendation. Well, yeah, maybe recommendations for like a bonus podcast.
Or just just shit we should familiarize ourselves with.
Yeah. If you want to shoot the shit with us or that, just let us know, And thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks. And I had one more thing to add. What the hell was it now? I forget.
Now we usually roll the dice. Sorry, the die.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. We had already drawn the next movie last time we recorded this episode, which didn't record, and we drew Unhinged. So Unhinged is still the plan for next time.
Yeah.
So
certainly is.
All right, stay nasty.
Yes. So thank you guys for watching. Is that us done?
Yep.
Right, so thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time for Unhinged.
Alrighty.
Bye, guys.